On the evening of May 10th, a ceasefire was announced. Our Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said that Pakistan's DGMO, that is Director General of Military Operations, on this call, both sides decided that from 5 p.m. onwards, firing and military action would stop on land, air, sea, everywhere. It was a full ceasefire. Donald Trump. He said talks went on all night. The U.S. mediated, and both India and Pakistan agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire. But just a few hours later, Pakistan broke this ceasefire. Yes, friends, it's true. It's difficult to trust Pakistan's actions. Look at Pakistan's history. Supporting terrorism, nurturing terrorist groups. This has been a part of their system. Pakistani terror group TRF, which is a shadow group of Lashkar-e-Taiba. In response, India launched Operation Sindoor and struck 9 terrorist sites in Pakistan. In the press briefing, it was said that these targets were chosen based on credible intelligence, so that no civilian infrastructure is harmed and no civilian lives are at risk.
9 terrorist camps were targeted and successfully destroyed. The locations were so selected to avoid damage to civilian infrastructures and loss of any civilian lives.
But Pakistan's response, they started shelling Indian civilian villages near the line of control.
And after India's precision strikes on terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Islamabad retaliated by shelling civilian villages along the line of control.
This isn't new. Pakistan's military and government openly support terrorism. Poonch, a city near the border, saw 16 people killed in their attacks and 59 injured, of which 44 were civilians.
Total of 16 civilians have been killed and 59 others have been injured in the attacks by.
A local resident, Harcharan Singh, said his friend Rizwan was with his kids when a shell hit their car. Both his kids, 14 and 12 years old, died. Zain and Zoya were going to a safe place with their dad when a bomb fell on their house. And then another blast happened on the street. Those 2 kids didn't survive. Their dad. The question is, a military that deliberately attacks civilians, kills children, shouldn't it be called a terrorist state? Let's shed some light on the 9 targets of Operation Sindoor. The first target was Muridki's Markaz Taiba. This was Hafiz Saeed's headquarters, who was the head of Lashkar-e-Taiba. Hafiz Saeed was declared a terrorist by the UN in 2008, and in 2012, the US put a $10 million bounty on him. The second target, Markaz Subhanallah, Masood Azhar's base, who is the leader of Jaish-e-Mohammed. He was also put on the UN's terrorist list in 2019. Third, Muzaffarabad Syedna Bilal camp, where Lashkar and Jaish recruits were trained. And who gave this training? Pakistan's special forces. Fourth, Sawai Nala camp, where the Pahalgam attack terrorists were trained. The remaining 5 sites were similar. Terrorist induction centers, indoctrination camps, and training grounds. These places are a threat not just to Indian lives, but also to Pakistani lives. Remember the Peshawar school massacre? The heartbreaking attack in 2014 where 132 innocent kids lost their lives.
So on that school tragedy in Pakistan, the death toll from the Taliban's horrifying attack topping 140, almost all of them young students.
That attack was done by TTP, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, and these groups are still active. According to a Times of India report, TTP killed 20 Pakistani army soldiers and Baloch insurgents also carried out attacks. Pakistan's Defense Minister Khawaja Asif admitted on Sky News,
"Do admit, sir, that Pakistan has had a long history of backing and supporting and training and funding these terrorist organizations.
We have been doing this dirty work for the United States for about 3 decades, and West, including Britain. That was a mistake, and we suffered for that."
Ex-PM Imran Khan also said in 2019 that jihadi groups have been active since the Afghan war.
Let me tell you, Lashkar-e-Taiba is a name from the past. It is totally defunct. It does not exist.
Congress leader Shashi Tharoor said on Al Arabiya that,
"Don't forget that Pakistan is a master of denial."
In the 26th of November Mumbai attacks, they initially denied involvement, but when a terrorist was caught alive, they had to admit it. They also lied about Osama bin Laden until he was found near a Pakistani military camp. Operation Sindoor had solid evidence behind it: intelligence intercepts and credible inputs.
India is a status quo power. It wants nothing that Pakistan has. It is focused on growing its economy, improving its high technology, providing a future for its young people. It is entirely happy to be left alone by Pakistan, and it'll leave Pakistan alone.
India carried out these strikes at night to avoid civilian losses, and these sites are listed as terrorist bases even by the international intelligence community. The Financial Action Task Force, FATF, put Pakistan on the gray list in 2018, with 34 action items. In 2022, Pakistan was removed from this list. But what happened right after? India Today's analysis: Jaish-e-Mohammed's Bahawalpur base has doubled in size, 18 acres. This construction sped up by the end of 2022, when Pakistan was removed from the gray list. A French magazine, Spectacle du Monde, also confirmed that Bahawalpur has two Jaish dens, Markaz Subhanallah and Usmano Ali Masjid, used for training and indoctrination. One complex is just 8 kilometers from a Pakistan military base. According to the print, Jaish bought 4 acres of land, and the buyer was Abdul Rauf, Masood Azhar's brother, declared a terrorist by the US in 2010. In a photo, Abdul Rauf was seen leading funeral prayers for slain terrorists with Pakistan military personnel behind him. Their coffins even had Pakistan's national flag. It was a state funeral. These proofs were presented by Indian High Commissioner Vikram Doraiswamy and Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri on Sky News. And a children's magazine, Muslim Kids, published by Jaish, talked about 600 kids being told to support jihad.
These are extremely well-known terror bases, the headquarters of the Jaish-e-Mohammed in Bahawalpur and the headquarters of the Lashkar-e-Taiba in Muridke. These are not innocent places.
माने ये इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड नहीं, ये इंटरनेशनल militant fund दे रहे हैं पाकिस्तान को.
These sites aren't innocent. They're confirmed terror bases. Now let's talk about Lashkar-e-Taiba. In 2021, 2,900 kilograms of heroin was seized at Mundra port, valued at 210 billion rupees. A told the Supreme Court that this was Lashkar's narco-trafficking strategy, selling drugs to destabilize India and using the money to fund terror. These drugs came from Afghanistan through Iran to India under the guise of talc powder. Lashkar was formed in 1986 and carried out the 2001 Parliament attack, 2006 Mumbai train bombings, and 26/11 attacks. According to international security expert Ashley Tellis, Pakistan has always favored Lashkar. 26/11 terrorist David Headley also said he coordinated with Pakistani intelligence officers. Lashkar's charity wing, Jamaat-ud-Dawa, was banned by the UN, but a 2022 Hudson Institute report says Pakistan's government uses it in Balochistan. Pakistan's Global Peace Index rank is 140th out of 163 countries. In 2024, there were 905 terror incidents, killing 685 soldiers and 927 civilians. The Pakistani public needs to wake up. Their politicians start conflicts with India just for power and make a mockery of democracy. No PM completes a 5-year term. Imran Khan is still in jail, tortured. In Karachi during Ramadan 2023, 11 people died in a stampede for free food. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, a stampede for flour killed 1 and injured 8. These conditions are like the flour wars before the French Revolution. If a revolution comes in Pakistan, religious fanaticism must end. Celebs like Fawad Khan and Mahira Khan should question their government. Why are these terrorist groups supported? Friends, this video will help you understand the truth.